Yo, what up, Plankton? How you doing? Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm working on implementing like the shop and stuff for the gameplay, and yeah, this basically requires like I store all the data on the server in this type of table. Like I transform my this nested structure. I transform it into a flat table where like all the data is this data field. I have an ID. I also have like parent-child relationship in a different table. But yeah, right now I'm trying to implement like the shop mechanics where you can call a reducer on the server like to buy stuff and whatever, edit your team and whatnot. And for that I need to be able to edit this flat structure, but to edit it I want to be able to transform it into like this nested structure. And yeah, I am working on doing just that. Yesterday I've implemented this from table function, which transforms the flat structure into the nested structure. And right now I'm doing the thing that will transform it back. I think this would be probably everything I need in terms of like transforming my data of my nodes. Before that I did like the packing kind of thing where I transform it into an array of strings, and I already have the one for the client where I transform it into an ECS object. So yeah, this is kind of the harder parts of the architecture. If I make this work, then I can focus on gameplay features and content and stuff. So yeah, I needed a lot of time to like think about it and come up with the solutions, but I feel like right now I figured it out probably. Yeah, kinda. This was the main thing, like why I decided to re-implement like the whole game, is to be able to store all the game's data in this very general format. And so eventually I will be able to just, whatever I need, I will be able to just put it into this file. Whatever new structures, whatever fields they have, I'll just put them there and everything should just work. Hopefully. Yeah, that's the idea. got some shit in my eye. Okay. I will leave. This probably should be it. All right, let's try this. Try to put it into the macro. Oh wait, parent. Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it should be it. What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, seems like it works. So let's test it. So to test this, we'll create some like actual structure, try to push it into the table, and then we'll try to get it back. Like basically kind of like serialized and deserialized it. Put a bunch of shit here. Okay, maybe that's enough. How versatile is it? I don't even know how to answer this. I hope versatile enough. Awesome. Into some. Okay. And I would say to table like this. I guess let's provide the ID. Yeah, basically. That's the idea. Also, like another thing is that I can store this structure in assets as like this. So like all the units will be like nested files and folders. It will look better like when there's a lot more stuff, but like each component of creating like a unit, for example, would be in a separate file. And this also this is mostly done for being able to set different links between different parts of what makes a unit. So like players will be able to create, edit, and like combine units by like their parts. Oh yeah, that's like what I'm saying. That's kind of the main reason why I'm spending so much time on it. So you'll be able, for example, like see some like unit in the game, and you might think that, for example, it would be better if it had a different ability. and you'll be able to create that ability and then like, well, basically vote for like changing it to another ability, or like changing its stats or its name or like anything basically. Yeah, me too. Alright, man, of course. You'll definitely be the first one, that's for sure. But okay. Debug. It does. Bitch. What do you mean? Oh, not stable. Yeah, wait, what? What am I doing? That's not what I need. From table. Yeah. Okay. No errors. So let's see if it works. So yeah, now I should be able to let's first code this. Oh, I need to generate bindings. All right. Where's my publish? I just ran it. Weird. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah. Match insert. And then oh, but I need the ID. Alright, let's try to insert first. Yeah. So Okay, now we have nothing. We do insert and yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so as you can see, this nested structure, which is basically like a single object, got transformed into this. Which is pretty cool. So we have our match by ID 3. Yeah, there's also like nodes relations. Yeah, and here is the data of who belongs to what parent. So yeah, anyway, ID 3. We put it here. And now let's try to get it. We should see it in the logs, the actual like structure. And yeah, here it is. And this is what we got from this. So now we can do it like back and forth. And yeah, I can store all the data in the table, and I can put it back together into a single structure. I can edit whatever I need and then put it back. I hope this doesn't require like much processing, because this will basically be done on like every operation. But I don't think there is a simpler way to do this. I mean, I don't know, seems kind of simple. I mean, I do a lot of converting like to strings and from strings, but it should perform good in Rust, I hope. It would be really sad to find out that it's like super slow for some reason, because there isn't. I don't think there is other way to do it with the structure that I've came up with this architecture. So it has to work. It just fucking has to. Yeah. Okay. Okay, another important thing that I need to do is to support, like, I have different tables with the same structure, which was the reason why I was updating SpacetimeDB yesterday, because like it's kind of cool that like they didn't support this before. Like they had a lot of they had a very different way of working with stuff, which was like you basically had a one table for one structure. It made code like a lot simpler. I didn't have to pass this like reducer context everywhere because I had access to every table just from static context. And they changed it on their pre-release version, which required me to like redo all the code in my previous version of the game. But because of that, we can now do this. Like we can create a bunch of different tables for the same structure type. And this is cool for my case because I can have, like, for example, I have this nodes world, which should be like the common world that everyone can have access to. Like this is where players will like see each other and stuff. And to do like gameplay stuff, where like basically the way it was in the previous version of the game, where you can like buy things and send your team to battle and stuff. This will be in a separate table, which I now call nodes match, which is basically like game match. I need to decide how do I pronounce this. But yeah, what I need to do now is have some general way to work with this, because unfortunately this proc macro generates code which generates different structures for each table. I was expecting it to be like the same table type or the same like anyway, like this is what I mean. So we have like nodes world and nodes match, and as you can see they have a different type. This one has nodes world table handle and this one has nodes match table handle, which means I can't really create a common trait for them. I have to have some kind of a layer of indirection, so I can like, I'll probably do it like this. So we will have an enum for each, and we'll do all the operations through this enum. And I wanna do this so I can, like in this two table, I hard-coded this. But I wanted to support any table that I'll have in the future. Right now we have two, but probably we'll have more. No, it doesn't defeat the purpose, of course. It just makes it a bit harder. That's all. Usually you can achieve whatever indirection you need by enums in Rust. So like, we do it like this. We say And then we just need insert. Kind of like this. And so here we now, oh, I need to accept also. Yeah, so basically whatever functions we need, we just put them into the node domain enum. So insert, find, I guess find by key. Be C node. Do this, yeah. Yep. I could probably, oh wait, no I couldn't. Forget about it. Wait. This is how I get the key. Okay, what else? Relation stays the same. Oh, that's actually it. So we already have insert. CTX IT kind data. Yep. It's different between. There are a few reasons. One is that I kind of don't want to mix the like the I don't know how to call this, like local gameplay stuff. Like basically, this is very separate things function wise, and if I cramp everything into a single table, there will be a lot of code to like separate stuff, because for example, if you're not playing the autobattler part of the game, you just like walk around the world, I would have to make sure you don't get updates of the gameplay stuff. Like the client just receives whatever updates are done to the table and it will be a lot more optimized to like not make you subscribed to receiving like gameplay objects. And also it would just make it so we don't have like a huge table of all the objects. If we separate it more, we can like, for example, clear certain tables at some points. Like there was another reason, but I forgot. Another like more important reason. Like things in the match are basically more temporary, because like in the world everything just exists and it gets edited like and created and stuff, but like it's more permanent. Wherein match is like temporary. You basically you just play it, right? And when you're done, we can basically get rid of everything. And so yeah, it would be just a lot easier to work with, and we'll probably have some more features in the future that would require more localized storage of this data. Yeah, because like the other way we could do it is like add some like other field, like maybe we would have like a domain like here, but then every time we want to do something we would have to like specify it, and it's just more messy, you know. Okay, have some errors. Oh yeah. Is it not public? It's... Oh, now I see it. Yeah, like another thing why I decided to do it like this, because if we do specify it here, it's not that it's like more messy, it's more even that for every node, which we will have like a lot, I will just have to have another data field, which would just, it basically gets multiplied. Like whatever we add here should be absolutely necessary, because this is where the memory of the server will go. So if we can just like contextually split everything without adding more data, it's like way better, because we want to save memory, because everything, all of this will be stored in what's the word? It's not on hard drive, it's in operating memory. Is that what you call it? Sometimes I just forget words. But yeah, we want to save this memory as much as possible, because the hard drive is like more is more like expendable, right? But the operating memory is very precious. Wrong order. Yeah, I don't know, it's like so weird with English. Like I found that I just forget certain words a lot, and then I spend like hours trying to remember them. Like for example, yesterday I forgot the word smooth. I was like, it's like soft but different. And you just feel that this word exists. I don't know, maybe if I talk a lot more, my brain gets adjusted better and better. Alberta. Yeah, dude, you should just like start streaming. You just need a reason to yap, you know. But yeah, surprisingly, to learn a second language, you don't even really need to practice that much. I think there was some study that found that people that just listen to the language can learn it almost just as well. It's not like the same, of course, but for most of my life I wasn't really speaking. I was just listening. I was like watching some shows, YouTube videos and stuff for like many years before I started to speak a lot. I started speaking when I started like making content and stream, and I was already pretty proficient with it. Back when I was like 19 years old, I visited the USA. I was going there with like a work and travel program, and I didn't really speak before, but like I found it pretty easy to talk to people right away, almost. I was super shy though, but that's another issue. Oh, here. Oh, Canada. Good luck, my man. But yeah, learning English watching YouTube is like so fucking easy. But like in Russia, people really, not a lot of people can speak English, and That's what I keep telling fucking everyone. People are just like, man, it's so hard to learn, man, I can't, like, I'm trying, but I can't, it's so hard. And then people just like watch movies with like dubs and overdub or whatever it's called. Like nobody watches stuff with subtitles. And if they do, they watch it with Russian subtitles and they feel like it would be so hard to watch it with like English subs. But you can't learn anything when you just consume only translations. And I'm just telling them to just start start introducing English language to your life. Like do things in English, like change the language of your like phone and your computer to English, watch stuff in English, maybe stuff that you have already watched, because that's literally all I did. And I've reiterated this for like tens of people, and I feel like nobody fucking really listens and tries it. People just like convince themselves that learning English is hard. And some people convince themselves that making games is hard. Which it kinda is. But still, anyone can get to a point where they can make some really great games. It just takes some time. Oh, I don't think I knew that you live in Canada. That's pretty cool. So you speak French, right? Yeah, thanks. Accent is interesting because I guess I consumed a lot of American English content. I think like back in 2014, when I was living like in another city. Right now I live in St. Petersburg, but I was living in a much smaller city called Saratov, and I just stumbled upon some fucking Mormons from America. And yeah, they were speaking English. They didn't know much of Russian, and I talked to them in English a little bit, and they were so surprised that I can speak it and that I have American accent, because in Russia people usually learn more like UK English, and they're taught like British accent, British pronunciations. And yeah, these guys were so fucking surprised, and they complimented me a lot, which like it felt really nice. But they also tried to get me into their cult of Mormonism. But yeah, fun times. Okay, so nothing should change, everything should still work, and it is. Yep. Actually, wait. I can make it better. Can I? Yeah, I have this node extension trait, right? Actually, whatever. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not much. I don't know much of like Canada lore, but it's so interesting that like there are a lot of French Canadian people, and the country is kind of like separated like that. Yo, we're up a laser. I hope I pronounced your name right. Or is it Eliza? Probably Eliza, right? Yeah, you guys are from like... You're so far from me, that's insane. Which is why for me it's like 7 AM. But for you it's probably like what, middle of the day? Or like even later? Almost midnight. Yeah, so we are like 8 or 9 hours apart. I know, right? Dude, I'm watching this show. It's called like 100 Years of Solitude. It's like on Netflix. It's super cool, but like it's from like, I don't know. It's like 15th century maybe. They like, this show is super great, but like they make you think a lot more about like technology, because it all starts where it's like from it's Spanish, and it starts where people are just we're just gonna leave like our village and try to explore the world and maybe find the ocean. Like, it's so fucking insane to think that you can just go somewhere where people have never been, and you're just trying to find like new lands and like oceans and stuff without really knowing how much it will take. And it like took them fucking years. At some point they like stumbled into a swamp that they couldn't cross for months. They like all got sick and stuff, and like, yeah, just like the world seemed so different for people back in the day, when you like didn't have a GPS and you weren't even sure that like whether the world is flat or like it's a round planet. Like, dude, good times. But it was probably way harder to make games, so I am glad I live in this time, if you ask me. But also, like, you could do a lot of cool inventions. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. True. fuck? It's so weird. It's like my Rust analyzer stops working for a couple seconds. It happened a few times now. Reference? No. Oh, string. What the? Oh. Is. Okay. I wonder if I can do something like this. Nope. Oh yeah, because its inner type is different. Oh well. Maybe I can at least do it with collect. Nope. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I probably will make a bunch of reducers, but we'll test them out later. And there's also a lot of work on UI that will be super fun to do, but after the break. So yeah, let's just do a bunch of like placeholders, like try to work with API and see if we have everything. So like to buy, I basically need, yeah, I have this showcase unit structure, which is unit ID is, oh yeah, that's like another like domain that I want to have is for the units that I want to call it alphabet. This is kind of an idea I had about like games in general. Actually, I kind of want to make a video about it, which would be not more about like my specific game, but like about games in general. So whenever we like start playing a game, it's basically like, it's kind of like learning an alphabet, because if you, for example, start playing Hearthstone, if you don't know any cards that are in the game, you can't really play. Like, yeah, I mean, you can play, but you'll be really shit at the game because you don't know what is there. And the big part of the game is combining existing cards into a deck and playing them in the game. So you have to know like what your opponent can do and what you can do with your specific deck. So they basically have an alphabet, which is a bunch of cards. So instead of letters, you have cards. And in my game, those cards are replaced with units, which basically are also cards. And so in my game, this alphabet will be a lot more dynamic. It will change a lot more, but it is basically another domain for the units that can be bought in a match. I feel like it's really cool to see it this way because this is why I stopped playing Hearthstone, is when they've started to do updates a lot fucking quicker, and it felt super fucking annoying that I had to learn like what units have been added, but also like I would have to collect them, like buy card packs and whatever just to stay competitive. And this is why I eventually dropped the game and never played it again. Just because this alphabet started to change too quickly for me. And this is why it's hard for me to get into new games, because I basically have to invest my time and like mental energy to learning this new set of mechanics and content and stuff. It's not like they will be able to just create them like directly. It will be more like there will be like sections of content. So alphabet will be the one that is currently in the game, but whatever players create will be like I think I'm gonna call them like wild units maybe. But basically they will appear in the world, but they will not be a part of the alphabet. They would have to pass some sort of filtration before that, maybe through voting, and probably like every couple of weeks some like best units will be added to alphabet instead of some other that are not as popular, or like maybe through voting they will be removed from the alphabet or something. See, there's a lot of ways to fix this. We'll just have to experiment. I know, dude, you don't have to tell me. And I hope you do. Yeah, okay, so we're actually gonna add this domain right now. It's so cool that like all of them have the same amount of symbols. It's so satisfying to see that. Now I have to make them all have 5 letters, no matter what. It's short for alphabet. Bestiary, yeah. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I was thinking making it more public. But yeah, it's kind of cool that maybe it's public that I don't know, because it's kind of clashes with the idea that players can create content. Like, you would still need to know what is in the game already. But I like the idea that like whenever you encounter something, you kind of collect data on it. So yeah, some sort of bestiary would be cool. Maybe you get more expanded information on it, or like it just appears like in sort of your collection or whatever. And we can also tie it to some achievements, right? So yeah, that's a cool idea. I like it. Never played it. But yeah, you like gather some like items there, right? Yeah, I know it only from what people told me about the game. Can I do it like this? Okay. Yeah, this is kinda the code for buying a unit, which actually looks pretty good, surprisingly. Wait, why do I pass the kind? Oh wait, no, it's fine. I was like, well, why is there two match, but this one is domain and this one is kind, so it's okay. Yeah, I like how it looks. My top priority is that the code looks nice. The performance is not first, definitely. In the company there are monsters, and when you encounter... Oh, yeah. The computer adds its... Yeah. Yeah, that's how it's done in a lot of games, right? I've actually never really... like... whatever games have like these bestiaries. I don't think I've ever really read them, to be fair. So I didn't even think to have something like that in my game, but that kind of even makes more sense to have it here. Okay, let's also do a sell, and then I'm gonna take a break. Dude, I'm so surprised that like more people watch me now. Like I'm so used to just streaming to myself. But now I get some viewers for like the whole time, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I don't get too distracted if I always have some people. Because I do like to yap, that's for fucking sure. Why it doesn't get formatted? What? Oh, it's because of this. Alright, man, good night. It was really nice talking to you. No, dude, that's fine. I love talking to you, man. Alright, have a good night. I'll see you later. What up, broski though? I'm making an autobattler, which would be kind of more of a mix of MMORPG and autobattler. I have a really big idea of making a game where players create a bunch of content, and just a lot of the game parts can be affected by player ideas. It's not easy to explain, like it's hard to explain in like, there's a lot of details to it. But yeah, basically like the main idea, it's MMORPG autobattler, where players have a big role in creating the game in many ways. I have like a bunch of videos on my channel, a bunch of devlogs where I explain stuff. So if you want, you can check it out. Yeah, kinda, but a lot more nuanced. Like I don't think there's any game that has done it like the way I want to do it ever. There will be a lot more like kind of democracy elements to it, and it's a lot more, what's the word? Not clustered, but like the opposite. It's basically the content is split a lot of small parts, and you don't have to be a game designer or a programmer to kind of contribute. For example, like the main content types of the game are units, which you like buy in the shop, you make them into like a team, and so to create a unit you can, for example, come up with a name and that's it, or like a name for ability or a description of an ability, and then somebody else can like create a unit of that name or implement mechanics of an ability by certain description. So you can pitch in with whatever. I wanna allow like creative people, no matter what their skills are, to put their ideas into the game in one way or another. That's like the main point. Kind of dungeon master stuff. That's an interesting analogy. I guess in some way, yeah. Yeah, that's what everyone thinks. And I also thought about it, of course. Yeah, there are a lot of ways to get around that. Like balancing could be also delegated to players, and I've come up to solutions for that. What kind of dungeon master do you mean? Yeah, it's not like you'll be able to add stuff directly to the game, right? You'll be able to more like suggest it, and then it'll have to go through a process of like reviewing by other players. Players will like vote for stuff. So whatever idea you have, it will have to pass a lot of moderation in between. Card game with a box. Do you mean Dungeons and Dragons? That's what I thought about. The $300 one? Nah, man, that's fine. I'm almost done with the stream anyway. I like to talk to new people on the stream. Is mute. All right. Okay. Starting game dev degree. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's from psychology. What field? You mean like game dev field? Or yeah, like if you were interested in psychology, like I'm also really, I love psychology, and I learned a lot about it. I never been studying it, like I went into more technical route. So, but yeah, game design and psychology are really tied together. And dude, like, why do you even ask if you do have fun all the time? Like, that's all you gotta do. Like with the things that you work, like, if it is fun for you, that's all you need. That's basically the main indicator that you are doing the right thing. So don't even like don't even doubt, right? Yeah, that's true. And like not a lot of game designers have a really like deep understanding of psychology. There are really surprisingly not a lot of good game designers. Like people mostly just learn like methods of other great games, and that's why there isn't a lot of innovation in game industry. So like, yeah, that you know why it becomes a job, because people start to think, okay, I want to make games, but I need money, so I need to find a way to make games and get money. And this is when it becomes a fucking job. Like, you still can make money and have fun doing what you love, but you can't start like, okay, I need to find a job, this is what kind of job offers they have, they need me to know this and this, and basically people just start to learn how to make games that make money. And then they say, okay, so games mostly make money from advertisement, so what kind of fucking predatory ways I can put into my game to make money? And they basically make games that they fucking hate. And it's just so fucking insane that this is like the majority of people that make games. Like, I've been to a lot of game conferences and I've talked to people, and dude, it's just fucking sad. It's really, really sad. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like, if you make something and people like genuinely fucking enjoy it, that's it. You're just set for life. Like, you may not know how you're gonna make money from it, but if you genuinely like what you do and other people genuinely enjoy interacting with it, you just go. Like, you continue this way. Like, maybe you're probably not gonna do stuff with VR chat like your whole life, but like, yeah, you will eventually like find another path, try another stuff, experiment, and that's all you gotta do. Yeah, I do that, and I just can't make myself do things that I don't genuinely enjoy doing. Like, I almost got fired from jobs because of that. I used to be software developer, like only, not in game dev, but in more like enterprise stuff and whatever. But yeah, like, if you genuinely enjoy what you do, it gives you such an immense amount of energy and motivation to do so, and the ideas you come up with is just so insane. And specifically about games, like, it will always be a good field to get into, just because people always want new games. Like, whenever a new thing comes up, people get bored of it in a couple of years, like always, and there will be always new types of games. Like, you know, the way we had roguelikes in the beginning of 2010s, the way we got battle royales, the way we got like Dota and Counter-Strike back in the day. They were all really like novel ideas that people were like, what the fuck, you can make games like that? And it's the same with autobattlers that happens like more recently. And who knows what kind of shit we will get like by the end of this decade and the next decade. Like, if you're genuinely interested in coming up with new ideas, it's like, it's just a matter of time, like, until you make something new or like give a new spin to some existing ideas. and people will fucking eat that shit because they like new stuff. Like, players crave some novelty, and it's more specific about games because you can just invent some new ways for people to play and enjoy games, and they will always crave that. That's just certain. And yeah, if you hate your work, like that's also, it's not like you have to still enjoy the process of making it, but you will always be the best judge of your work. Because another thing that I've noticed, specifically in game industry, when I was going to conferences, I really love showcases, like where people just bring their games and kind of let other people play it. Dude, it's like it's the worst when people think that their game is great, when in reality it's fucking shit, and they don't even realize it, and they spend years working on it. And when I tell them that their game is shit, I mean, I don't like say that exactly, but I'm telling them that there's some like major issues in the way that they've done things. And a lot of people just get surprised, like, what, why? But my friends say that this game is really great. And I'm like, dude, like, never fucking trust your friends. And it's not really, your friends are not really good if they, like, it's really hard for a lot of people to just judge work of their friends, or even just like some other person, like they just don't want to hurt feelings of people. And so you always have to be your like worst judge of your work, because this will lead you to greatness, you know. And if you're just starting making games, like, you will make shit. Like, there is no other way around it, but that's how you learn. You just make a lot of shit, and this way you learn 100 ways to not make shit. That's it. That's just how it works. So you just have to accept that you will like go through this period, but this is what will make you really good. And you'll come to a point where you're the only one who thinks that what you're making is shit. And yeah, just wait, let me read what you wrote. Yeah, about Maria. Yeah. I mean, it's really good that you do have a standard. And for me, like, the way I handled this was like, I feel like two things. First of all, you have to put into your head that whatever game you have made, if one person really truly enjoys it, that you did a good job. Like, if one person can understand your idea, can like, because like working on UX stuff, like making your game accessible, like a lot of people will just not get it. But if you see that one person genuinely enjoyed it, and this person is like not affiliated with you, it's not like your friend, which are who will always be biased. So if you get deep into making games, just go into some conference and showcase your game, or maybe some kind of local game dev event. There should be some ways for you to get other people to play your game and you to see them personally play it. And if you see a person like start playing your game and they're like super into it, they're like just glued to the screen, and they're like, oh, what the fuck, how do I do this, I want to do that, like, you will see that it's like the fire in their eyes. And this is when you know that you made something that can get a person focused. You can get them into a state of flow where they don't even like notice, they don't even listen to what you're saying to them, or like, you will see that. And this is the moment when you know, like, you made something good. It's not like great, like you'll still see a lot of issues, and that's the thing, you'll mostly see issues in your game, and that's okay, because this is how you work on your project. You always have to be in the state of dissatisfaction, and that's fine. That's how you get good. That's how you get really good. Because if you're the only one who thinks that your game is great, like, you'll just get depressed, because you'll eventually find out that it's not great, and you'll have had no idea. But if you always think you're making shit, and then you see that a lot of people enjoy it, you'll be like, wow, it will feel really good. I mean, dude, it feels like you're already pretty good at it. So I feel like, yeah, it's more, if you've done a lot of stuff in VR chat, like, I don't know if you've tried to make like a complete game or something, but like, yeah, I feel like also a really good indicator of how good your game is are game jams, especially Ludum Dare, which is like kind of, it might not even be this year, but whatever. So basically, like, for me, ldjam.com. So I did a lot of Ludum Dares, and let me see if I can find it. So it's really good because people do rate oh yeah, because people rate your games, and you can actually get you can see how were your games rated compared to other people's games. And so, for example, my very first game, this is my very first game on Ludum Dare. It was Ludum Dare 42. And I didn't even want to put out this game. Like, I did it in like one day, and then I was like, hey, it's kind of shit. Maybe I shouldn't put it out. And then I got into top 100 on every category. I did this game solo, and it's like super bare bones. It's like very, very basic. But people fucking loved it, dude. Like, they say, like, people don't really leave comments like that. Like, they're fucking like, wow and shit. And so I ended up making this into a full game. But at the moment, I thought it's shit and nobody would like it. Like, I really didn't want even to put it out. And I also have, which one was it? Maybe this one? No. Oh yeah, this one. I got into top 10 on innovation and theme. And this is from thousands of people, actually. And this is what, yeah, this is a GIF. I used Pico 8. And the theme was, what was the theme? I don't remember. But yeah, this is basically like a mirror Tetris. Oh, it was something about 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds or something. So yeah, I made this kind of a Tetris that like swaps negative and positive, like whatever. You see it in the GIF. So yeah, and I got like super cool ratings, and this made me really a lot more confident in my ability to come up with new ideas and innovate on games. So really advise trying like game jams, because you will get a lot of good feedback, and people are very genuine. Like they will not just say like, oh, your game is great, good job. Like they might say that, but if they do, they will tell why it is good, what you did good. Like, even if your game is really unfinished, they will really try to understand what you were trying to do, and yeah, you just improve a lot from this feedback. You didn't win, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, I also, like, most of the game jams I did alone. Almost all of them. How many places? What do you mean? You mean how, like, how many game jams, like, happen? Or how many events? Because there are, like, so many game jams. Like, insanely a lot. And there's actually one going on right now, which is called Global Game Jam. It's one of the most popular ones. Yeah, dude, there are like so many. So like Global Game Jams is going on right now. It's from 20s, so it's going on for like this week. You can still get into it if you want to. But it's offline one. So you have to find a place wherever you live if they do it. But there are a lot of online game jams. I think the most popular one is GMTK. I don't know if you know this like channel on YouTube, Game Maker's Toolkit. It's a really cool channel. But yeah, they do like 7,500 entries last year. It's like growing every year, and people just love it. Like there's such cool communities around game jams. Like there are so many good people, and you can find a team or just like find friends and stuff, network. So yeah, you can easily like Google. There are a lot of game jams on itch, for example. I think I saw like a table of all the game jams that are going on. So they're really easy to find. So yeah, man, good luck. It seems like you do have like a knack for it. If you already manage to do something that people will like genuinely enjoy, you're already far past like most of the people who do game dev that I know. So just keep going, dude. And yeah, you'll make something super great. I'm sure of it. Oh. Alright, I need to take a break because I'm super hungry. I still haven't had my breakfast. Alright, man, I also gotta go. It was really nice talking to you, and nice to meet you. And have a good night, my dude. And thank you for watching, everyone. It was so nice having some people for a change. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I usually stream 2 times, like at this, which is like super early morning for me, and I'm gonna have some breakfast, take a walk, meditate and whatever, and I'll be back in a few hours. But I guess most of you will be going to sleep. So whoever are, have a good night, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you later. I'm gonna be here every day. Alright, bye bye.